I'm going to go through setting up garage door openers for an old dip switch system. These are 3 of the 4 openers. These 3 are all new and are supposedly universal openers, so let's see if they work and how easy they are to use. This is the inside of one of the remotes. This is what dip switches look like. This one has only positive and negative settings for the dip switches. Some have neutral, so to be able to use this remote, we're going to only be able to use positive and negative settings. So this is what I'm working with. It's an old Sears Craftsman garage door, and it was new in box for me, so you better believe I'm using it. So here are the dip switches. The basic idea is that you match the dip switch settings of the garage door with the garage door openers, which is pretty straightforward, right? But it does get a little trickier than that, so we'll go through it. As mentioned, it can have neutral settings like this garage door does, so to be able to use that first remote, we can't use any of the neutral settings, so we're just going to create a pattern using only positive and negative. To be able to tell what is positive and negative, just look on the side and you'll see a plus for positive and minus for negative, and if you have neutral, the middle is neutral. Unfortunately, changing the settings means that the old garage door opener won't work, hence it being changing for garage door openers, but if we just open it up and match the dip switch pattern, it will work right away. This one I would say is of intermediate difficulty to set up, but it's not too bad. First, set the dip switch to match the pattern on the garage door. Next, you have to actually program the remote. Hold the button next to the dip switches and press the button you want to use the number of times indicated in the instructions for the brand. This side is for garage doors with learn buttons, which I don't have. The other side has another set of brands and options. None of these match my brand, but through guess and check, I had to press the button 10 times and found it to be compatible, so that's 2 down. This opener I'd say I like the look of, but it doesn't open the door easily and wasn't the most convenient to program, but it also wasn't too bad. It is also unfortunate that it doesn't seem to have a neutral setting. This one was by far the easiest of the universal remotes and fits a keychain easily. The hardest part was actually opening it up. Unscrew it, but then I found it easiest to pull apart toward where the ring is. It seemed easier than pulling apart where the groove is, in my experience anyway. This remote has the positive, negative, and neutral settings, which is another plus, and all you have to do to get it up and running is put in the dip switch settings and it just works, which is very convenient. So that's 3 down. Just don't forget to remove this little paper blocker for the battery and you'll be good to go. This one was definitely the least convenient, but offers the obvious benefit of being able to put it outside of your garage and access the garage with a keypad, so that's a worthy goal. However, for those of you like me that have no exact match for brand and have to do guess and check, this would have been really inconvenient if not for the first of the universal remotes where I already did this guess and check a little more easily. That's because this remote requires programming. It's actually not that bad and the instructions do walk you through it decently. You start by pressing and holding the star and pound button until it blinks red 3 times. And then you enter the number of doors you want to use, 1 or 2, and then you press pound. Then press 0000 and press pound since you don't have a code yet. Then you pick a 4-digit code or PIN and press pound. You don't have to worry about a timeout as far as I can tell, so it's okay if it takes you a bit. And then you enter the number that correlates with the garage door you have and press pound. So here's the part that's a little different. You actually have to program in the dip switch values. And like I said, it's not too bad. You just do like the instructions say, and you go down each value, and like it says here, you enter a 2 if it's in the positive position. You enter an 8 if it's in the negative position, and you enter a 0 if it's in the middle in the neutral position. Then just press and hold star and pound to exit programming mode. So there you have it, the garage door openers are now all programmed. Hopefully that's not too painful and hopefully that helped you out with whatever your setup is. Have a good one.